Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to the program. This is Daily Politics on Trust TV. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. Tonight on the program, the PDP is in a bind. Its zoning of the presidential ticket to the southern part of the country has continued to trigger divisions within and outside the party, with several names now in contention for the party's flag ahead of 2027. Can the opposition steady itself before 2027 comes around? Tonight, to help us dimension the issues is Chief Emmanuel Ogidi, the acting chairman of the PDP South-South, to help us dimension the issues within the party and what it means for the options available for Nigerians in the coming months. Chief, thank you so much for stopping by this evening. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you very much.
Right, help me understand how the PDP feels from the inside. Because from the outside, a lot of Nigerians think you're dealing with quite a tumultuous situation where every step the PDP takes seems to be a step towards yet another dramatic outcome. How would you contextualize what the PDP is going through right now, vis-a-vis its preparations for 2027?
Nothing good comes easy in life. And we had our best of times. And somehow, Nigerians felt at that time, no, we're tired of them. Especially one of our chairmen, they would say the PDP is going to rule for 50 years and so on, because the success we're having at that time. But the Nigerians said, no, we must take you down. Well, we were manipulated out anyway. And how did they succeed? Internal issues. See, Islam PDP is a huge family. And each time you see a problem in PDP, it's one or two members of the family creating problem out of selfish interest, not the overall interest. But the good thing about PDP is that it's People's Democratic Party. It's owned by the people. Yes, the founding fathers knew that. Gentlemen who pulled their swords together and said, look, let's have a party. Because they were now approaching the democratic setting. And like you know, they're all great men. Only very few of them are alive today. But the party is still on. Just when you think something is happening, PDP like the old, you know that advert of Volkswagen? You can't kill the beetle. That's what PDP is about. And let me also use the opportunity to thank Nigerians for this confidence they have in us. I can feel it.
But can you also feel it fading? Because it does seem like Nigerians are losing their patience with PDP.
Fading the eyes of that one person that's up there, not the grassroots. The grassroots, they have seen us. They've seen how genuine we are. Because they've tested now. They've seen APC for the last 10 years. Deceit. We never deceived them. But everything about APC, deceit. All the promises they made, not one. They keep shifting. When they came, they were boasting that if within 6 months we can give you light, don't vote for us. If within this, we don't do this, don't vote for us. If we come back, we're going to remove subsidy. What do we find today?
But Chief, if you have to,
yes,
give an honest assessment of which political party is healthier between the PDP and the APC, which would you pick?
It's of course the PDP.
The PDP is a healthier political party?
Yeah, it has gone through storms. Storms.
Some would say you're in survival mode right now.
Nah, because they don't understand. How do you know a man? It's not enough times that you fall that makes a man. It's not times you can stand up. We're a great party. We don't stay down long. We're up again. That's why everybody's now saying, what's happening next? Because we're a brand. Even to the minutest, you see PDP there. Let me crack a joke. Each time they see PDP share the money. Those children just be running around us. But they know that we have touched lives. And they've given the opportunity, we are going to touch more lives. They know that. Right. APC is a fraud.
Let's zoom in on the biggest conversation right now.
Yeah.
The zoning. I mean, you get the sense that the party's body language is that it's been zoned to the south, even though we're hearing from the last NEC meeting that, listen, if you want from outside the southern zone, you can still buy the ticket. Nobody's going to exclude you from that. But the grumblings now is whether to microzone or to leave it to the entire southern part of the country, whether it's south, southeast, or southwest. What do you think about those conversations? Because we hear of Goodluck Jonathan from the south, Peter Obi from the southeast, even though he is still not a member of the PDP at this particular moment. But also, Governor Seyi Makinde is being rumored to be in the mix of the conversation ahead of the Ibadan convention. What are your thoughts about those key issues?
Those issues right now is behind us. We're not discussing that now. Let me tell you what we're discussing. Convention in November. Because we need a new team, reinvigorated team. Because we know that the 2017 election is not going to be easy. APC jittery. In other words, they're going to do whatever it takes. And we know their game plan. We're not going to allow, we're not going to complain. Therefore, we're concentrating right now on our convention, all hands on deck. We don't want to be distracted. But when it comes to choosing our presidential candidate at that time, you see, it will be seamless. We've always done it. So I will prefer we start discussing our convention. Because if you come to Legacy House today, you see, you can see what is happening there. From next month, you see, we move to Ibadan and all kinds of things. So that's what we're concentrating on.
Right.
Because we know that we have more than enough qualified Nigerians to be president of this country in PDP.
But if you consider the several public pronouncements by key figures within the PDP, inside the National Working Committee, outside of the National Committee, people in the National Assembly, people in governorship positions who have clamored for one or two possible aspirants, whether it's Governor Bala Mohammed championing the cause of either former President Goodluck Jonathan or Mr. Peter Obi, or the likes of Abba Moro saying, listen, we believe this person can actually deliver victory for...
Those who have the privilege, they can do that. But as a member of the National Working Committee, I don't have that. I can't say it. No.
Does that concern you? Does that concern you that...
No.
The opinions are being made in public?
What is wrong with that? Now, look, you see, that tells something about PDP. It's still a brand. Why would they be discussing what they say it's on, what do you call it just now? Because the people that show up PDP, that's why they're discussing PDP. If PDP is not a brand, nobody will discuss PDP. Nobody will discuss even the candidates. But let's even come to the candidate like Jonathan. He's a global figure. And he has remained with us in PDP.
Still marketable?
Did you hear what I said? He's a global figure.
Yeah, but electability is another thing, isn't it?
You want to bring me to it?
I mean, if you want to.
You see, we want to win the election in 2027. And we're going to make sure our candidate fulfills all the criteria. So why are we troubled now? We're going to do our due diligence before we get our candidate. Because we know that we're going to face challenges. So you can be sure we're going to be thorough. But as far as being eligible, of course he is.
I mean, not eligibility, the electability.
Of course, electable.
In Nigeria today, someone like Goodluck Jonathan could defeat a Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
If there's an election, of course.
Why do you say if there's an election? There will be an election in 2027.
You not run away with the election, with the results.
Is that something that you worry about?
Who would worry about it? When we're all sleeping, results were announced. Who will not worry about that? But I know it can happen again. Yes.
Well, talk to
we were careless. We allowed that to happen. This time we're going to stay. We will not let that happen. Because we thought the thing was going to be announced in the morning. Well, again, 2 a.m. this morning anyway. But that was not the normal announcement time. And this president had only 30%, 30-something%. That's why it was everything we're doing today is 30%.
Are you still hungover about the 2023 results?
Who is not? Who is not in this country? Who is not? Tell me. Who is happy? Nigeria, look, you can see sadness on the face of Nigeria every day. You can see people who used to give out, today they're begging. You know what that means? No.
All right. There are some who still have concerns and reservations about the health status or even the integrity of the PDP as a political party, given the internal challenges that you still have to deal with, i.e. the political influence and the obvious hands of someone like the FCT minister, for instance. His group have made some demands while the NEC was preparing to meet on the same day about what it would take for them to align themselves with the party. Some would say that is a tumor that the PDP has still not dealt with while pretending to forge ahead. How do you deal with the Wike equation, the unanswered question that is the FCT minister?
We're not pretending. We have our procedures of doing things. That one small group is somewhere. Of course, they have their say. But democracy will always be democracy. We have our way as majority.
Isn't that what happened in 2023?
What happened?
The G5? They had their say,
then the
majority had their way, but you still lost the election?
You saw what happened in the G5 thing. We didn't lose that election. Like I said, let's not go through that one. We didn't lose that election. We know what they did. Even though they are regretting it. Most of them are regretting it today. You see, let's not go there anyway. Let's talk about what's happening now.
Do you feel like your party chief is glossing over the cracked walls just to give an illusion that everything is all right?
No, not illusion. No, everything is all right. Look, you see, I said PDP is a big family. You cannot allow one. Do you know the makeup of PDP? Even all the former presidents that you don't hear talking today, they're still with us. Except those who are dead. There are still people who are not card-carrying members of PDP. If I tell you the number of calls I get in a day, oh, please don't be distracted, don't let them. We are not distracted. But we know people are anxious, and you can't blame them for it. Because like you rightly said, they thought of 2023. But 2023 is not going to be 2027 or this 2025 we're talking about. It's going to be a successful convention. We're going to do whatever it takes to ensure that it's a successful convention. And we are following our guidelines. That is the most important thing. We don't want to go against our guidelines anymore. We took so many things for granted in those days. We're not taking things for granted anymore. We're going to follow our guidelines. And we're going to deliver. And Nigerians will be happy for us.
There's this rumored or speculated short list from the southern part of the country that talks about Goodluck Jonathan, Peter Obi, and Seyi Makinde as a chieftain of the party from the southern part of the country. Is there any truth to this allegation that the party is considering shortlisting a number of people?
Look, I told you I'm a member of the working committee. We are the manager of the party. We can't say anything. Anything we say shows that the decision of the party. Therefore, we can't say anything. But the important thing is that we're building a party where everybody will be interested, where we're going to present the best to Nigerians, and where we're going to win the election. That's the most important thing for us.
One person who has been against the idea of zoning or even microzoning. Someone who I believe you know to a certain extent, Dr. Benga Hashim, says, listen, the likes of Jonathan can come back and run, but there should be no sort of favoritism. And he doesn't welcome the idea of people coming in to spoil the chances of the PDP. How concerned are you about the multiple of choices that you obviously have, and that being a problem in and of itself?
No. It's not a problem for us to choose who the candidate. We have never had that kind of problem. No. Look, let me tell you the truth about PDP. I was once a chairman. In 2006, 2007, we had 31 aspirants for governorship in Delta State. I was Delta State chairman. And at the end of the day, when we finished, we started working together. But I know one or two persons will not be happy, but there's nothing they can do about it. Once the party has taken a decision, the party has taken a decision. I know you're going to ask why we not wave the big stick. We don't want to do that. We see the party is a Democratic Party. We're very careful, especially at this time. But how do they put it? It's when the show becomes what? They will have to act. But right now, the Reconciliation Committee is working. The Convention Committee is working. Everybody is working hard, putting in all effort to ensure that the convention is successful. And once we have those cream of officers that we're looking up to, then the discussion will be finished.
I mean, given the zero-sum nature of politics, not just in Nigeria, but across the world, you wouldn't want your opponent to have all the right pieces while you observe. How concerned are you, if at all you are, about the momentum that is with the ADC right now? Because the same players that are being talked about within the rank and file of the PDP are also being talked about on the other side of the aisle, in the ADC, because they're also trying to poach the best players that could get them victory in 2027. Are you concerned about what's happening over there?
Why should I be concerned what's happening over there? Like I told, the PDP is a brand. Who knows ADC? Where have they heard of ADC? Have you heard of ADC before?
I mean, right now they're the talk of the town.
Talk of which town?
The country, if I dare say. You don't think they have the momentum?
Go to the grassroots. Look, you see, sometimes we judge political parties with Lagos and Abuja. No, it's the grassroots. That's where the vote is from. They don't know this party.
Well, isn't Peter Obi a good example of how that is immaterial?
No,
because
no,
up until 2020,
I'm not saying,
up until he became the candidate of the
I didn't
Labour
mention
Party.
names of individuals. I mentioned party.
Yeah, but
because you are saying,
but you're talking about individuals not necessarily giving the party the brand. I'm saying that what we saw with Peter Obi in 2023, isn't that a clear enough example to say that, listen, whether the party is a brand or not, it could deliver something?
What happened? We have to be very careful. Like what happened in Nepal a few days ago, where the Jesuits took to the streets and almost ruined the country. If we're not careful of this democracy, if we don't guide it properly, and it runs wild, we will have that kind of situation. Some of the legislators you see today didn't even have posters. They just rushed into Labour and then they became a candidate. So you think 2027 is going to be like that again? No, it can't be like that again anymore. No. This will be the real test of democracy. This will mar or make the country. And we know that APC have been doing things to destroy the democracy, but will not allow it happen. But let me advise those who they have been using to be very careful, because history will not favor them. History will not be fair to them. History will also destroy them.
So you
don't be used to destroy the democracy that will end.
So you don't consider the ADC
as a very
a formidable opponent?
No.
You don't think they're formidable enough?
No, they're not.
Did you see the people on that side?
I've seen them.
They have a lot more recognized names than you do.
What do you mean more recognized names?
Political exposure.
But you've been calling names since now.
Right.
You call Jonathan. Call another name from there now.
I mean, Atiku Abubakar, Nasser Rufai. I mean, even Peter Obi has been singing the song of the ADC.
Up to when? Up to yesterday, no problem.
Right.
Like I said,
so they do have do have the heavy hitters.
Like I said, please, Nigerians, wait for us till November after our convention. Then we can discuss this.
So a lot of talk about what
but you see, let me tell you something.
What the PDP needs to do.
Each time we go for a neck meeting, you see what, like before we started, we're discussing people. If it's by people who attend neck meeting alone, we have everybody there. But all of this will don't make the PDP. The PDP is the grassroots. Those Nigerians who don't even carry our party card, who love this party.
Right.
Today I'm like a celebrity because when that PDP, man, that PDP. Okay, I'm not in your party, but I love PDP. I don't even know why I love people. Please don't break our heart.
Chief,
I hear that a lot.
Are you a fan of football? Do you follow football? Because I want to use an analogy.
Go ahead.
You talk about PDP as a brand,
yes.
Right? A lot of people would compare, to use the perfect analogy right now, it to Manchester United right now. I'm not sure if you follow it. They have all the history, right? But right now, they're a shadow of what they used to be. And some would say PDP is in that position right now. A lot of history, but all of that is in the past right now.
But let me also ask you a question. Up until recently, maybe about 2-3 months ago, yes, it's true. People had given up on us. But is that the reason today? No. What
has changed in your view? What has changed?
The direction we're going has changed everything. People never thought we'll get to this extent. People never. But those of us that were inside, doing what we know best and we're doing, we're sure that we'll get there. Now they are saying, wow, these people, they mean this, they've been saying this all along. Okay. They've been nodding their heads now. It was also a few months ago, you know what I mean? When we were caught battling to win the Supreme Court, yes, let's go back to court now. So when Supreme Court now said, party affair, leave it to them. That's when we bounced back.
Right.
Because before this time, we're all in court. Right. One case or the other.
And just before we wrap things up, Chief.
Yes.
You are well aware of how the party functions nationally, but also you're a representative from the southern part of the country, the South to be precise. We've seen the APC make significant inroad in what used to be predominantly a PDP stronghold. Now you have governors defecting to join the APC, and we've seen the APC significantly push in towards PDP strongholds.
Yeah.
You talk about how the party is still popular locally in terms of support. What are Nigerians to make of, this incursion by the APC?
I said before this time, people didn't. If some of those governors who left never knew that we had a chance like this, they were worried. They were anxious about their second term. And we told them it was too early to start thinking about second. You just be governor. Because they are governors of just 1 year, 2 years. They were already thinking about 2020. And of course, they were using EFCC, instrument of government or instrument of government to attack them, to cajole them and so on. They're wiser today. And most of our members, they didn't follow them. And some who did, because it was like a flood. Because the flood had receded, they started coming back. So they're coming back. Like even those ladies, they're also coming back.
Who is coming back exactly? I mean, Delta is gone. Akwa Ibom is gone.
Like I said,
we understand that.
You just wait till November after the convention. You hear what I'm saying.
So you think there's something of a surprise?
Those states are still PDP states. Not governors. Those states are still PDP states. Yes.
Even with the defection of the high-ranking members of the administration?
Yes. I'm happy to use the word high-ranking, not the whole state.
You're saying it's immaterial. It doesn't change anything.
It's a turn for good. They will come back. Yes, they will come back. If they don't come back, then they will lose. Because these states are PDP states. If they don't come back, I'm not threatening them. I'm just being realistic. If they don't come back, then of course we're going to get our candidates to fight them. And we'll take back those states. You know, look at Delta. PDP built Delta to what it is today. And from Delta, I'm worried. You want to give all the glory to APC that did nothing, that fought us. How about now? That's not fair. You don't do that. Because PDP is a brand in Delta State. PDP is a brand in Akwa Ibom. PDP is a brand in Cross River. That's why I was asked to come back to see how we can bring back the states.
All right.
And by the grace of God, I'm doing my best.
All right. Interesting conversation. Chief Ogidi, thank you so much for your time and analysis this evening. I appreciate you very much for stopping by on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, we're going to discuss the new shortlisted political associations, 14 of them, by the Independent National Electoral Commission, and how they've scaled the first hurdle towards becoming registered political parties in Nigeria. More on that conversation after the break.